Good day, fellow peasants! In this video, I'm going to read the Introduction to a History of Central Banking and the Enslavement of Mankind by Stephen Goodson. The book is probably one of the most important books that I think anybody should read. So let's just get right into it. Introduction. History is the most crucial subject of any educational system, superseding science and the humanities in importance. Within its fabric, it holds the culture, traditions, beliefs, ethos, and raison d'être, French word I can't pronounce, necessary for the continued existence of any people. If history is compromised by falsifications and omissions, which are frequently imposed by outsiders, then that civilization will decay and finally collapse, as may be observed in the slow disintegration of Western civilization since 1945. George Orwell expressed a similar sentiment in 1984 when he wrote, "The most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of history." Winston Churchill once made the observation that the further one goes back into history, the clearer the picture becomes. By employing this technique, the author is hopeful that any doubts which readers may have concerning his analysis and exegesis of modern historical events will be assuaged, if not entirely eliminated. For any nation, state, society, or community to have full sovereignty and independence in its affairs, absolute control over the means it employs to exchange goods and services must reside with the organs which represent the people and must not be delegated to private individuals. Throughout recorded history, periods of state control of the money supply have been synonymous with eras of prosperity, peace, cultural enrichment, full employment, and zero inflation. However, when private bankers usurp control of the money creation process, the inevitable results are recurring cycles of prosperity and poverty, unemployment, embedded inflation, and an enormous and ever-increasing transfer of wealth and political power to this tiny clique, who controls this exploitative monetary system. Whenever these private and central bankers have been opposed in the past by nations seeking restoration of an honest money system, these parasitic bankers have invariably invoked a, quote, patriotic war in order to defeat the much maligned, quote, enemy. This has been a feature of almost all wars during the past 300 years. This book provides insights as to how private bankers since ancient times have abused monetary systems, whether they are based on coin, banknotes, check, or electronic money, by creating money out of nothing as an interest-bearing debt in order to arrogate supreme power to themselves. It also provides a record, both ancient and modern, of societies and civilizations which have flourished in an environment free from the burden of usury. The solution is simple and self-evident. If we wish to obtain our liberation and sovereignty from the enslavement imposed by the private bankers, we must dismantle their fractional reserve system of banking and supporting central banks, or we ourselves shall be destroyed and consigned to oblivion. Stephen Mitford Goodson.